So they're paying for traffic, yet looks like they're selling traffic. In this episode of The Edge, we are going to dive into the marketing of the Penny Hoarder. Hey guys, Jason here with adskills.com. Hey, I always say this, but I'm excited about this episode because we're going to take a look at a site that has a different business model than what we've been showcasing before. And I think a lot of you in the marketing community are going to be very interested in how this works. So let's jump in, guys. The Penny Hoarder. You've probably seen them around because they get lots of organic traffic and they do lots of paid traffic. And we're going to really explore what they do to make this model work. So let's just take a look at their site here. What's the Penny Hoarder all about? It is all about money, and you can tell by the top bar here on their website. Make money, save money, budgeting, debt, retirement, credit cards, bank accounts, investing, home buying, taxes, and insurance. So they've tackled all of money. So this just looks like a really big blog, a news site style blog that's all about money. Right here, they've got a big call to action to sign up for their newsletter. They have a featured story here. This one is Ghost Kitchen 101. See how to start a virtual restaurant from home. So all of these money-making ideas. I see a lot of these type of posts from the Penny Hoarder. All right, so right here we've got trending posts and editors picks. They're publishing a lot. Senior citizens can go to college for free or cheap in all 50 states. So right off the bat, we're just noticing a diverse array of content around money. So it's not just a niche. They are very broad, and I'm sure this is something they've kind of built up to over time. Again, here's some blog categories. Make money, save money. That's kind of what I think of when I hear the Penny Hoarder. Save money, like people cutting coupons and looking for deals and stuff like that. So maybe that's how this site started out. That's the kind of vibe that the name gives off. And they've got budgeting, which kind of goes hand in hand with it as well. And they have these sections here: debt, retirement, guides, all kinds of stuff. And you can just load more and keep reading. Let's jump on over to SimilarWeb and see what kind of traffic they're getting. So the Penny Hoarder is getting 1.2 million visits per month. We see that the gender distribution is skewed more towards female, coming in at over 60%. We see that the age distribution is actually pretty equal among all of these categories here, from 25, 35, 45, and 55. They're all pretty close here, so they're kind of running the whole gamut there. Here's where things start to get a little more interesting. We see that they have a lot of organic search, and that would make sense, right? That these guys are building a blog, they're going after SEO, they're getting traffic that they can then monetize. So just looking at this very quickly, we think that's their business model. They're just an SEO site that's getting people to the site and then maybe monetizing through ads or Google AdSense. Like, that's what it would seem like at first glance, and that is a big piece of it. But what is super interesting here is that while they have 27% organic traffic, they have 18% paid search. They're also running display ads. They've also got a lot from social. But what I want to call out here is that dynamic of seeing a lot of organic search traffic and a lot of paid search traffic. And we haven't yet seen a product that they're offering, right? They're very much a publishing site. And something a little different here. When we look at social network distribution, a lot of times we're seeing Facebook and YouTube is really high. They're not really getting much YouTube traffic, a little bit of Pinterest there, but notice this. I don't think this has come up on one of our Edge episodes yet. They're getting a lot of traffic from Pocket. So SimilarWeb has categorized that as social traffic. We're going to take a look at it though. I just want to pop over to a different browser here to show this. When you open up the Firefox browser, you just open up the browser, you're going to see these recommended posts by Pocket. I don't know if this is something you've paid a lot of attention to, but it's just something I've noticed over time. So let's look at these posts. They're mostly just recommending interesting stories. The 3-ingredient tuna spaghetti I fell for in Italy. Now we see Smart Asset, but Smart Asset is sponsored. Mental floss. So these are all just interesting stories that kind of make you want to read. You know, stuff like this. The inside story of how the Navy spent billions on this little crappy ship, right? So just stuff that looks interesting. But look over here. we've got the Penny Hoarder. When money is tight, these 7 resources will help nearly everyone. And that's sponsored by the Penny Hoarder. Wait a minute here. I thought these guys were trying to get free SEO traffic so they could just monetize on advertising. That is what I think is the interesting dynamic here, is that these guys are monetizing as publishers, meaning they are selling advertising on their website, but yet they are paying for advertising. So it looks like some kind of arbitrage going on here. But don't worry, guys. We're going to dive into this dynamic deeper and analyze it. Let's just go ahead and click here. Okay, so when you click on this, the Penny Hoarder, when money is tight, these 7 resources will help nearly everyone. So it's a blog post. But if we look up here in the right corner, this is sponsored. So they're paying for traffic, yet it looks like they're selling traffic. Stop overpaying at Amazon. What is this? Oh, okay. I think that gets interesting for me. My most overused word. They sent you to Capital One. They just blindly sent you to Capital One. So Capital One is paying these guys, this huge credit card company, right? That was just coming in off of an ad that they sponsored or paid for through Get Pocket that shows up on Firefox, goes to the Penny Hoarder, and it looks like they're selling clicks, or they have some type of sponsored deal with Capital One, who is a large company. That is pretty cool. So let's go back there. Right, so they didn't even mention anything about Capital One here. They just kind of blindly leading you into that and saying, hey, you can save money, stop overpaying at Amazon. I have to imagine that's got to be a lucrative deal, because these large credit card companies, I have heard that they're willing to pay top shelf prices for advertising. That's just what I've heard, but hey, it makes sense, guys. I mean, Capital One, huge company. Fiona can help you borrow. So let's see what they've got going here. Oh, so this is a debt consolidation offer. So I think this is just a masterclass in and of itself. This is really cool. They've paid for the traffic to get you to this page, and they've got multiple paid offers on this page. Maybe they're getting paid per click, but the whole theme is around money, saving money, debt. See how this fits into their theme? And when you scroll all the way down here, they're going to suggest more articles to kind of just keep this blog feel going. A lot of times in direct response marketing, we only want people to just opt in one place, or we want them to click one thing, and we're trying to squeeze them into doing the one thing that we want them to do. Here on this page, they've given the viewer a lot of options, but they're getting paid for all of those options. It's very much a listicle. And at the bottom here, here's the advertising disclosure. So some of the links are from our sponsors. We're letting you know because it's what Honest Abe would do. After all, he is on our favorite coin. So that's kind of cute there, but really they're letting you know because the FTC says you have to do so. Back to SimilarWeb, that is all this pocket traffic you're seeing, which is actually paid traffic. Of these 1.2 million visits a month, a lot of this is going to be organic and a lot of it's going to be paid. So that is, honestly, for me, the biggest takeaway of all of this is that they're doing a publishing model and they're paying for traffic, which is then adding to their clout as a publisher, because look, they can say, hey, this is what we get in overall traffic, but not all of that traffic is organic. So most of the time, just reiterating this, we think that we have to go after all organic traffic. I love how they are supplementing their organic with their paid, and when you add it all together, they have a lot more traffic. And just to jump back over here and tie this loop together, you can see what they're selling as far as advertising goes. Any publisher website that you come to, 99 times out of 100, they're going to be selling advertising. So on here, they're saying that they've got 12 million to 17 million unique readers a month. Maybe this is across social, this is their newsletter, this is their website traffic, right? I think when you're a publisher and you want to go after big brands like Capital One, it's not so easy to get a client like that. But when you have a lot of clout as a publisher and you can aggregate all these numbers, whether it's coming from paid, whether it's coming from social or wherever, you get to tout impressive numbers like this that can appeal to larger clients to say, hey, this is a big publication about money. This would be perfect for our product. That is a key takeaway. Just getting to the point where as a publisher, you have the traffic numbers, the clout to actually impress these big clients to make them want to advertise with you. So yeah, they're showing here 1.2 million email subscribers. So I'm sure they're getting a lot of traffic just on their email list. I'm sure they're getting a lot from Facebook as well, all the way across these other followers here. And it's going to show all their advertising options. So I hope I've got some of your guys' wheels turning. Maybe someone's going to run with this and make their own killer website combining paid traffic and organic to eventually take over the internet and get huge clients like Capital One, Citi, who knows. When I Googled the Penny Hoarder, I see that they are bidding on their brand name. They've got a nice big chunky ad unit up here taking a lot of space. A little bit about the company, founded in 2010. They're actually based in St. Petersburg, Florida, owned by ClearLink, right? And they've got a nice organic unit here. So they are dominating their search results. Let's jump into SEMRush so we can take a look at what they're doing on organic and what they're doing on paid search. So their organic search traffic, 542K, and their paid search traffic, about 65K, and almost 4 million backlinks. I mean, that's a ton of backlinks. Let's just click in here on their organic. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So they're coming up for keywords like gyms near me because they wrote an article about cheap gyms and they're ranking number 6 there, and the volume is 1 million searches. Okay. Gym near me, 24-hour fitness. Wow. So let's just click on this. I mean, they wrote this article about cheap gyms and look at all the traffic they're getting. And you kind of wouldn't have even thought that they're doing anything about gyms, really. 7 cheap gym memberships. Again, sticking with that theme, trying to save money. So I don't know if they're doing this, but they've got a chart here. I wonder if they have a deal with these guys selling them clicks. Yeah, because that's going to take you to UFit. I mean, this is this provides a lot of value, showing you all the different gyms available. I mean, that's something they could easily do if they struck deals with these guys, just sending them traffic. Maybe they're getting paid per click there. Breaking down all of these gyms. It just shows you how taking a theme about, saving money, budgeting, managing your money, just going with that theme, there's just so many things that their editorial team can write about. Look at this. TurboTax, 4 million searches. Their position's 34, but I mean, that just shows you that they're playing in these high volume keywords. They've written an article about TurboTax. And it just seems like there's so many things you could do here, right? Like if you could strike a deal with TurboTax and send them the traffic, fine. But if not, you could put banner ads in there or Google display ad units. There's just so many ways to monetize if you can get this kind of traffic. Yeah, so they're ranking top 10 on a lot of these. Let's take a look at one more on budgeting. Now, when I scroll down through here, I see this little call out here. When I was snooping around on their website earlier, I found out that this was actually a sponsored post, right? So they're teaching you about spreadsheets and budgeting, but let's zero in on this, that this is a sponsored post that they've stuck in there, and they're selling this space to a client. Right? So if you write an article about, budgeting spreadsheets and maybe you can't monetize that directly, let's just say, you can just stick in a call out from one of your advertisers. If you can get the traffic around your theme, there's just a lot you can do with it. That's what's so great about the publishing model. Okay, that was a taste of organic, so let's take a look at paid keywords. So with their paid terms, they've gone in big on make money online, part-time work from home jobs, side hustles, all these permutations of that, passive income, ways to make money. So it looks like they are very focused on just ways to make money on their paid search. Let's just take a look at one article. Okay, so I clicked on their link, 50 legal ways to boost your bank account this week. And again, we see that this is sponsored, right? So they are working with partners and they're sending the paid traffic to the pages where they're getting paid from partners. Let's take a look at a few of these. They're promoting the site Branded Surveys. This is the Capital One Shopping. So they've got an article of 50 things here. Cash Kick. Let's again analyze this. They're paying for all these keywords, but they're getting paid from not just one client, but several. They're getting paid from Capital One. They're getting paid from Cash Kick. And then they are going out and paying for the keywords. They're not relying on their own keywords. Their site in this instance is just giving that publisher presentation, paying for the traffic, getting paid from multiple clients. If you scroll all the way through this and you don't click on anything, which I think people would click, you're going to just go to other articles on their website. So they've got a really nice method of just routing their traffic here. I think this is really well developed and thought out. Let's jump on over to AdBeat. So AdBeat here is picking up a lot of what they're doing in Taboola, Microsoft advertising. They're not picking up the stuff they're paying from Pocket, and I don't think they're doing their paid search justice here. They've got a nice mix of paid traffic, and AdBeat's just not showing all that, but at least AdBeat is showing us that they're advertising in different places, whether it be Taboola or Microsoft or a little bit of Yahoo Gemini. Let's take a look at one of their ads. If you have more than $1,000 in your checking account, make these 5 moves. Let's take a look. Boom, again, sponsored. So that is their traffic strategy. If they are sending paid traffic, it is a sponsored link. We got a glimpse of their overall social mix on their advertising page, but let's zero in on YouTube and just take a quick peek at that. So taking a look at their YouTube page, they're coming up on 20,000 subscribers. That's not bad. I bet they could do even better because they have a cool brand. They have a cool theme. I think they just have to stay at it. It's been a little while since they've done a YouTube video. It's been 3 months ago. This one was 6 months ago. They're actually not doing that many YouTube videos, which is a shame because I think these guys could probably crush it at YouTube, actually. Don't know why they're not doing more. Maybe the juice wasn't quite worth the squeeze. Maybe they'll come back with another video. When I came to their main page on their YouTube channel, I saw this video, which is kind of cool. It's all about him going around and comparing all this cheap gas station coffee. That's the kind of stuff that YouTube loves. Let's take a quick look at this, the best cheap gas station coffee.
I'm a writer for the Penny Hoarder, and today we are taste testing cheap gas station coffee. We're going to go to 10 or 12 different gas stations from 10 or 12 different gas station chains. And we're going to sample their coffee. And we're going to judge it based on 3 criteria. Price, the number of options available to us, and taste. Speaking of someone who drives a lot.
So I would encourage these guys to do more. I mean, I just think this is the kind of content that the internet loves. I think they just have to stick with it more. I'd hate to kind of see them give up on this. I think this is really good stuff. Penny Hoarder, if you're out there, keep doing your YouTube channel. Keep making more of these videos. Last stop, let's take a look at their Facebook ads. All right. Odds are you're probably overpaying and don't realize it. 6 ways to cut your most expensive bills without giving up anything. Why are these companies so nice? 6 companies that send people money when they're asked nicely. These are cool. Let's just take a quick look. Sponsored post. Stop overpaying at Amazon. Wow. So these are all just native style ads on Facebook driving to those sponsored posts. So their paid traffic strategy here is clear. They have a lot of nuances on what they're doing with their strategy of combining publishing, paid traffic, the way they are sending the traffic to sponsored posts, getting high level clients. Guys, I hope some light bulbs have been going off. I hope somebody out there has received a gold nugget that they can run with. I enjoyed bringing you this episode. Guys, this is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.